So this is day 5 of our Florida bicycle tour, and today we are doing about a leisurely 40 miles.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey everybody, this is Bill with Live Simple, Live Free, and we're still on our bicycle tour, going down here in Florida with my son and my grandson. And just to give you a little bit of a recap, this is day 5. On the first 3 days, we did about 180 miles total. On the 4th day, we took the day off here at Highlands Hammock State Park. We had a great time walking through the board walks through the swamps and stuff like that. So the rest day was good. Now today we are going about 40 miles to Peace River Campground near Arcadia, Florida. And not that there's many hills in Florida, of course not, but this is all supposed to be slightly downhill for 40 miles, so that'll be fun.
What are you doing?
So even in the middle of a vacation, you still got to work. That's okay. 10 minutes and I'll be done. So we have now arrived at our next campground. It's Peace River Campground near Arcadia, Florida. And it was only 40 miles, but the wind, we were battling the headwind all the way. And it was brutal. Battling a headwind is harder than climbing a mountain by far. So I got here, but I'm exhausted. And when we got here, this campground is really unique. They have an RV area, and then they have a place in the back for tents that they call the wilderness. And we didn't know exactly what that meant. We got here and we found out. One of the draws of this place is they have places where you can ride ATVs. So people come in with their RVs and they pull a trailer pulling their ATVs, and you can ride all over the place. Let me show you a little bit. This is actually the area that they call the wilderness, and they have all these ATV trails everywhere that you can ride on. And the wilderness is also where you set up your tents. So that's just really unique. I've never seen anything like that. When you're tenting in the wilderness, there are no designated campsites. You just set up a tent, almost like you're on the Appalachian Trail or something. You just set up a tent wherever you can find a flat spot to put it. There's no campsite markers, so you don't even have to go tell them where you're camped. The problem with it is it's $20 a night per adult. So this costs us $40 tonight for just a spot to set up the tent. There's no picnic tables, there's no electricity, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. It's just a spot in the woods. We can go take showers, but that's that way that we have to hike way back up into the RV area in order to take the showers. And fortunately, we have power packs like this to charge our devices. My GoPro ran out of power today, so I'm plugged into this, because normally we plug it in at the campsite to charge it. So it's really unique. I kind of like it, but I don't like not even have a place to sit down. I found a log to sit on, and I certainly don't like paying $40 a night for it. So we thought, well, maybe we'll go see what an RV site costs so we can at least have a picnic table and some electric. $85 a night. No thank you. Anyway, so it's one night where it's actually supposed to rain tonight, and then we're off again tomorrow. You know, sometimes when you're touring like this, you never know what you're going to get. You find some places that are real gems and some places not so much. But it's all part of the adventure. So the ATVs are riding on these trails all around us. I hope that's not going to be a problem with them riding into the night, but you know what? It's supposed to start raining tonight about 8 o'clock, so that'll shut them down. Here is an old building. This is really wild. And the ATVs, as you can see, drive right through it. I can't figure out what this is. It almost looks like some kind of bleachers or something. See the steps in the wall? See the steps here? And then there are more there, all with steps. It almost looks like you can set up, you know, bleachers there. And then there's this central spot of concrete. You've got an entrance road right there. And then this. And then those bleacher support type things go all the way around. You can see them over there. There's another place where the ATVs ride through them. So I can't even imagine what this place was, but it was some kind of an arena for something or other. And this floor is not level, it's sloped down to that end. Really bizarre. And there's a concrete entrance ramp right there. I have no idea. So I'm laying in my tent trying to sleep, and it's really hot and the air is breathless and it's really hard to sleep. I got all my windows open and it's not doing anything at all. I just got a notice on my phone, a weather advisory. There's a line of thunderstorms heading our way that'll be here within the hour. Supposed to have 50-mile-an-hour winds. That'll cool things off. If my tent is still here when it's passed through, we'll see what happens. Well, good morning, everybody. Merry Christmas. This is Christmas Day, I think. Yeah, the 25th, Christmas Day. And we woke up here in the wilderness after that storm last night. We actually were able to find this pavilion that's got some picnic tables and some water and it's a 5-minute walk away from where our campground is. So we came down here last night for dinner so we can have a place to sit, and now we're here doing breakfast. And it's much better than just sitting on a log in the woods someplace. The storm last night, like I mentioned, it was real breathless and kind of hot. And when that storm came through, as it started to approach, you could hear it coming through the trees, sound like a freight train. And when it hit, it really wasn't that bad. You know, the forecast said up to 50-mile-an-hour winds, and when it hit, it was probably 15-mile-an-hour winds. It cooled it off in a hurry. It probably dropped 10 degrees in a couple minutes, so that was good. But then the rain, it rained most of the night, and it was not a real heavy rain, so it wasn't really bad. I had visions of taking my camera and filming, trying to keep the tent, you know, from blowing away or something. It was just a rainstorm with a leading edge of wind, so it wasn't any big deal. It stopped raining about 3 in the morning. Many of you might be wondering what Elizabeth thinks about me being gone on Christmas Day, and Molly, Barry's family. Actually, Barry and I were talking about doing a trip like this sometime in January or February, and it was actually Molly's idea that we do it at Christmas so that Bruce could come along during his Christmas break from school. So not only is she okay with it, but she suggested it. And as soon as I told Elizabeth what Molly had suggested, Elizabeth was thrilled with the thought that the three of us could spend this time together. And of course, Elizabeth is there with my dad, with Pop, and Molly's family always has a big thing at Christmas. So Elizabeth will be going and doing things with Molly and Carly or whatever. So they're fine together for Christmas, and they are, especially Elizabeth, is thrilled that 3 generations here can travel together. So it's all good. It's all good. And I talk to Elizabeth on the phone every day, you know, with FaceTime, so we're in contact. My shower cap. Why am I wearing my shower cap? This is actually my Gore-Tex rain cover for my helmet. And when that storm blew through, it brought in a cold front. This is actually the same storm that brought all that bad weather up north on Christmas Eve or whatever. And actually, it's brought cold weather here too, and the high today is only going to be like 55. I didn't bring a hat, and my head was cold, so I took my cover for my Gore-Tex cover and put it on, and that helps a lot. So we're going to be riding in like 55-degree weather today. I got a sweatshirt and stuff on under here. We'll be fine. But tonight, this cold front, it's going to be 33 degrees down here, so we're going to have to deal with that. Anyway, we got 38 miles to go today, another short day. So we're not getting a real early start because we got plenty of time to do it as soon as we finish breakfast. So now we're packed up and ready to leave the wilderness. And the road that we have to take is all sand that's too soft for us to ride on. So we have to push the bikes that way until we hit some solid road that we can actually ride on. It's cold, but it's going to be a beautiful day. It's probably about 45 degrees right now. It's only going up to, I think, 57. So I got all my warm stuff on, but it'll be good. Beautiful sunny day. Raccoon tracks. They're everywhere. They're coming to eat in the dumpster, the raccoon restaurant. That cracks me up. All you can eat in, take out, ask about our daily specials. I love a place with a sense of humor. The raccoon restaurant, dumpster. So we stopped for a short little break here, testing the tire pressure. I haven't been filming much, but this is a major Florida highway, 72, state highway. Nice big shoulders. Hardly any traffic at all, I guess because it's Christmas Day. It's been real pleasant. See how light the traffic is? We still got about, I think, 25 miles to go, and we're on this highway most of the way. We actually came upon our first alligator. It's a cold day, like I said, probably 50 degrees, and it's up here sunning itself on the bank. But you probably can't tell from the picture, but it looks like he has a cord or a rope wrapped around his snout that trails off into the water. I don't know what's going on here, and I fear for the fate of the alligator, but I certainly wasn't going to go try to take it off of him. Very sad. Well, so we did about 38 miles today, and it's 2 o'clock, and we just got to our next campsite for the night. Right there. Days Inn. Yep. We decided to stay in a hotel because tonight it's supposed to be 33 degrees, and we're actually going to stay here 2 nights. Tomorrow night is going to be, I think, 35 degrees or something like that. And we could sleep comfortably in the sleeping bags, but it's really miserable getting up in the morning when it's, you know, 33 degrees. By the way, for our Celsius friends, 33 degrees is 1 degree above freezing. So yeah, we just decided to go ahead and take this hotel, and we decided to stay for 2 nights because we are in Sarasota, just a few miles from the beach on the Gulf side. And Bruce has never been to Florida, and he's never seen the Gulf of Mexico. So tomorrow we're just going to take a day trip from here and go see the beach. Still, the high is only going to be 55 tomorrow, but so we're just going to take another day. You know, we're not here to get in miles, like I said earlier. We're just here to enjoy Florida by bicycle. So 2 nights in a hotel, that'll be nice. When we got here, they weren't going to let us take the bicycles into the room. I've been traveling all over the country, and so is Barry on bicycle, and we've never heard of a hotel that wouldn't let the bicycle into the room before. And we thought we were going to have to find another hotel or whatever, and Barry finally went in and sweet talked the guy into allowing it. When he came out and said, look at the bikes, the wheels are clean. It's just like taking a wheelchair in there as far as damage to the carpet and that sort of thing. So anyway, we finally managed to get the bikes in the room. There's no way I'm going to leave those expensive bicycles outside chained to a tree or something. As we were traveling today, we were on Florida Route 72, which is quite a nice route. You saw some of it, and there was very, very light traffic because it was Christmas Day. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen, at least in the East. There was nothing there. I mean, nothing. We did 38 miles, and for 37 miles, we never saw a building. Not a house, not a gas station, absolutely nothing. 37 miles of wilderness. And I've seen that kind of thing out west all the time, but I've never seen it in the East. I kept thinking, surely there's going to be a gas station or something where we could stop and get a snack or something. Absolutely nothing. 37 miles of nothing. And then when we finally got into Sarasota, it was like, bam, there was the edge of town. And we came down, continued down on 72, which we traveled for all day. And our hotel was 1 block off of 72. So it was very, very easy to find. Seems like we have been riding into a headwind forever. The wind has been coming out of the south the whole past week as we're headed south. And then with that big front that came in last night, now it's headed out of the northwest. And guess what? From here, from Sarasota, we're headed north. So we're going to be headed right into the wind again, which is really a bummer because the wind is really hard. At one point, we were riding along doing 9 miles an hour, and the headwind stopped for about 20 seconds, and without changing anything, we instantly went up from 9 miles an hour up to about 12 miles an hour. Now 3 miles an hour isn't all that much in a car, but the difference between 9 and 12 is like, you know, 30% or something as far as the number of miles you can do in a day. And so that just shows how difficult it is to ride into the headwind. But it is what it is, you know, and that's one reason. That's another reason that we're doing low miles, 30, 40, 50 miles instead of 80 or 90 like I usually do. And You might be able to see a little bit of the wind behind me. So anyway, that's our trip for now. Tomorrow we're going to the beach, and I will put that into our next video. I'm going to end this here. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. I really do. You be blessed, live simple, live free. See you next time.